Ryan Coogler. He's probably one of the best directors right now. He has made so many classic films, or considering cult classic films, and I'm here today to have my own personal ranking of his full filmography. So that means from his first film all the way to his most recent film. Ryan has done so much for the journey and the art of film that is insane to talk about and explain. But I'm here to rank every single movie from his filmography and see which ones were my favorites and which ones were my least favorite. So, also a big rule here today, I will not be focusing on some of his other one of his short films that will be left out. And any movie that he was a executive producer on, I will also leave out. I will only be doing movies that he personally directed and wrote the screenplay for. So I will not be doing movies like Judas and the Black Messiah and the Stephen Curry documentary and Creed. Number 6, Locks. So this movie, I saw this movie for the first time actually a couple months ago, back in, I believe it was March or April. And honestly, I really thought this movie was very well put together. I mean, this is Ryan Coogler. When he was still in college, he was at the University of Southern Carolina, USC. And he made this film while he was in school. And I saw you could tell this was the type of, this movie showed what type of filmmaker Ryan was going to be in his later work and his future stuff, with Sinners and Black Panther. You could see what type of filmmaker he was going to be. And I think Locks is a very perfect story. It's a very great story about a man who, gets his dreadlocks cut off. He wants to go down a more clearer path down life, and he wants to stay out of the kind of this, basically this, the way people see, the way the world sees him as this, kind of a thug, kind of anybody that associates somebody with dreadlocks, they usually associate them with being a criminal, and he gets them cut off. And spoiler alert, he gets them cut off and he goes down a more safer route than, when he had the dreadlocks. And he becomes a new person. I mean, it's crazy to see somebody, they, can become a new person just by their hairstyle. Their hairstyle makes them look like a completely new person. But that's exactly what this short film does. And I think it's a great showcase on Ryan's talents early in his career, 2009. So yeah, pretty much there you go. Number 5, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Now this movie, personally, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, it's a great movie. It's not a bad movie. It's a great Marvel movie. It's a great spiritual successor, and it's actually has one of the best action sequences I have seen in Marvel for quite some time against Namor. It's a great superhero movie. It's not as good as the original, but I do love it. Ryan Coogler comes back and he directs a great superhero movie. And Angela Bassett's performance as the Queen of Wakanda is very well. And I think she still, to this day, I still think she should have won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress over Jamie Lee Curtis, but that's just my opinion. No disrespect against Jamie Lee Curtis, but I think Angela Bassett killed that role, and I think she should have an Oscar on her shelf. But this movie was amazing. I think to start off, just to see, this was a very powerful movie to make. Also, dedicating this movie to the life and memory of Chadwick Boseman, who played, King T'Challa. And it was very good. Wakanda Forever, like I said, it has very great action sequences, and it has very great acting. It's probably the best acting I've seen in a Marvel movie. Like, it's so raw and it's just so integral, man. And I think this Black Panther Wakanda Forever is not the best. Like I said, this is probably, and I have this at number 5 just because I didn't resonate with this movie as the same as, I did with the first movie and some of the other movies on this list. But I have no disrespect against Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which I put on a solid 5. Number 4, Creed. Now, Creed at number 4, I like Creed. Creed is very good. And I would put Creed at, if it was just any other time, where I put some of his other movies, some of his other popular movies, but I put Creed at number 4 mainly because it's a great showcase of Ryan's abilities and what he focuses on. And Creed is actually a continuation from another franchise. Yes, Creed is a continuation from the Rocky franchise. It circles around Apollo Creed's son, Adonis Creed, who happens to be the son, of course, of Apollo Creed, who faced Rocky Balboa, who's based off, this is the Rocky universe, is the same universe. And it basically talks about, Adonis Creed, he's a young and up and coming boxer, and he goes to none other than the man who fought his father, Rocky Balboa, to train him to be one of the best boxers. And it's a very good movie. I think Creed, I remember going to see Creed back in 2015 with my mom and my dad. And I remember just being blown away by just the way Ryan Coogler just built up on the story of this young man and how he just learns more about himself and how he becomes like a great boxer, just makes his father proud. And to fight as under the Creed name is legendary. You have to watch it. And I think Creed is a very great movie, and it shows Ryan Coogler at his very best. That's why I put it at number 4. Number 3, Sinners. Now, I know a lot of people will put Sinners in their number 1. This is actually the most recent film that Ryan Coogler has made, and it did so well. 16 freaking Oscar nominations at the Oscars this year. The most of any movie ever nominated at the Academy Awards. It broke the record. And I can't believe that I'm saying this, but Sinners was just, it's not a masterpiece, but it's an amazing film. I think it's a very good movie, and I have it ranked 5 stars on Letterboxd. But I think Sinners is just amazing. It has a great cast. It has great cinematography. Probably one of the best shots in the entire film is when the vampire Remick, spoiler alert, it's like a flame. It's like a flame. Like, it's just like a giant flame, and it circles around, and you see Michael B. Jordan and you see Miles Caton just in utter fear of Remick, and just seeing the trauma that they went through in that entire night. And I think Sinners, not just is a great film for black cinema and just black culture in general. It blends so many different cultures together: black, Asian, white culture. It blends so many different cultures into one movie, and I think it's just an amazing film. And also the cast is amazing. Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, Miles Caton, Wunmi Musaku, Delroy Lindo. It just doesn't get any better than that, man. It's an amazing cast, and I think it's just, I feel like it was the second best movie of 2025. And yep, that's my opinion. Sinners at number 3, not too bad. Number 2, Fruitvale Station. Now, this is a movie that I just watched, actually. I just watched recently, last month. And I was actually going into this movie completely blind. And this movie almost feels like I think it is an indie movie when it first came out in 2013, and a lot of people didn't know about it, and a lot of people didn't know who Ryan Coogler was back then in 2013. Of course, they know who he is now, but they didn't know who he was or what he was gonna do or what he was about. But little did they know that this man made a very powerful movie. Fruitvale Station is such a bleak movie. It's such a sad movie because knowing that this movie is based off the true events, it makes it all the more sadder and all the more tragic to watch this movie. But it's such a powerful film. I think anybody should watch this movie for like Black History Month to see where, like I said, how, stuff happens. Like I said, police brutality still going on against, the opposite races other than, the Caucasian race. And I think it has to stop, man. The police brutality just has to stop, man. And I don't want to be political, but it just has to stop. And then, this movie does an amazing job displaying that and how the real life tragedy of Oscar Grant, who lost his life, it's very powerful and it's very sad. And I think Michael B. Jordan gives a great performance. And Michael B. Jordan was also fairly unknown around this time. He was in a couple movies before this, but he wasn't as big as he was now. He's an Academy Award winning actor now, but back then in 2013, nobody knew who the hell Michael B. Jordan was. And they did not know who Ryan Coogler was either. So I think this movie is very good. Fruitvale Station is a very sad tale and it's a very tragic movie, but you will definitely like it, in which I put it number 2 on my list. Number 1. You guys already knew this was going to be number 1. Black Panther. Man, oh my gosh. I have to say this, man. What can I say about Black Panther that I haven't already discussed? Black Panther is the best, probably the greatest superhero movie of all time. It's on par. It's on par. Like I said, a lot of people, like I said, the same thing I said about Wakanda Forever being a great superhero movie. Black Panther goes an extra step above that. It's just amazing, man. And I think Black Panther is on par with like movies like, great superhero movies like Iron Man, Batman, I'm about to say Batman, The Dark Knight. I feel like it's on par with The Dark Knight. I think some people might say, no, Jalen, you're tripping. The Dark Knight is way better than Black Panther. But I think it's just as good as The Dark Knight, if not better. It's probably, a lot of people might disagree what movie, what is the greatest superhero movie. Spider-Man, I think is on par with Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 was amazing. One of the best superhero movies of all time. I think it's on par with Spider-Man 2, The Dark Knight, and Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Those are like the best superhero movies ever, I think, in my opinion. Those are like the best superhero movies. And Endgame, like I said, Endgame 2, you got so many different Marvel movies coming out nowadays, and they don't hit the same like Black Panther was. Man, I tell you, everything I said about, like I said, Black Panther, man. Ryan Coogler, he just brought you into the world of Wakanda and just showed you the different elements of the world of Wakanda and showed you the hero T'Challa, played by the late great Chadwick Boseman. He did it so well, and I think just everybody, the supporting cast, Lupita Nyong'o, I forget her name, but she did a great job. She played Michonne on The Walking Dead. She did an amazing job. Angela Bassett as Queen of Wakanda, very well, very great casting. And Lakita, I was about to say Lakita, I forget her name, but she plays Shuri. Plays Black Panther's sister. She did an amazing job in this movie and Wakanda Forever. And I just think, like, Black Panther, you don't get no better than that, man. It's just, is one. It was the. I mean, honestly, bro, I was just about to say this. It was the first superhero movie to get into Best Picture at the Oscars. I mean, that's. I mean, bro, that's awesome. That's amazing. That's an amazing feat. I mean, if The Dark Knight couldn't do it, I'm glad Black Panther was the first superhero movie to get into Best Picture. I mean, that's awesome. Like, the Academy, they hate superhero movies. They don't really, like, understand superhero movies. They hate the superhero genre more than they hate horror and comedy. So I think it's just like, it's very good to see. And I think Black Panther is the best Ryan Coogler movie of all time. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. And let me hear your thoughts on what is your favorite Ryan Coogler movie. Did you think I ranked something a little bit too low for your liking, or did you think I placed it a little too high? Let me know your thoughts. And thank you for watching. And hey, V2 out.